Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Euphoria! Euphoria is a worker placement euro. Your workers are dice. And I think that's pretty cool and unique, because if there are any other worker placement games that use dice as workers, I don't know about them.
Yeah, me either.
But they're super cool. You roll the dice, and then whatever they land on, those numbers indicate things that happen on the board when you place your dice. This worker placement, in this worker placement, you're trying to be the first to put all 10 of your stars out of your player area and either onto the board or onto faction cards.
Get rid of them.
You gotta get rid of them. You're the first to get rid of all 10 of your stars. The thing is that while you're going along, beating this is the Euphoria dystopia, you can't have your workers get too smart, and you got to keep them happy. If they get too smart, you may lose workers if you gain too much intelligence. Whereas happiness corresponds to your hand size. So there's just a cool little bit of theme here. Cool gig with the unique dice, and these are actually cool dice too. They have gears and cool little pips on their faces. So simplicity versus complexity.
So this game, to me, I don't know exactly how to describe. It is a complex game. There are lots of pieces, but I think it's a more simple, complex game, if that makes sense. I've played some complex games that take a long time to figure out how to play, meaning I can get all the rules, but then I start playing, I still don't know exactly what I'm doing, and I need to play it multiple times. This one, after about the third or fourth turn, I know what I'm doing. And so, there's lots of pieces, lots of different places to go, a lot of different ways to get your stars on the board, but I think it's more simple than other games that I have played. So I would say it's in the middle, or maybe if it was on a scale of 1 to 10, it'd be a 7 in complexity and not a 10.
So I think this game's pretty complex. After you play it one time, you'll understand how to play it, so it's not very hardcore in that sense. But there are a lot of things standing in the way of you getting your stars out, and there's a lot of different steps. You're not just buying them and getting them on the board, but you have to get some commodities, convert those to resources, convert those to cards, go to different spots, and try to flip over these faction cards that you're assigned at the beginning of the game to put stars on them, and then you have a unique opportunity in the game to put a star on the back of your player aid that's different from everybody else's. So there is a fair level of complexity in this game, but you will understand how to play after one play, in my opinion.
What about luck versus strategy?
Luck versus strategy, this game is, I think, very well balanced in both. The dice, it's luck. You roll them, you get doubles, like I just did.
Oh my
Snake
goodness,
eyes,
that's ridiculous.
every time.
We played the other night and he got doubles almost every single time, at least every other time.
It was a thing of beauty.
I never got him. It allows you to put both dice on the board at the same time instead of waiting 2 turns.
So that's random. That's just random chance. And there's the cards that you're dealt, whether or not you get a pair of old resources, and if you get a pair, you can turn them in versus turning in three of different kinds. So there's a matter of luck there. However, this game is very strategic. It's got a lot of decisions that they matter. Like what you do. This isn't just a random luck fest. What you've got is a whole bunch of places you can go, and you have to decide, am I going to bump someone else's dice to give them basically an extra turn that they don't have to return their dice from the board, which costs an entire turn, or am I going to sacrifice where I want to go and go somewhere else in the hopes that they leave that spot by the next time I go? So there's lots going on in this game to help balance the luck and strategy to where I think it's actually a great balance.
Yeah, I would say there's a lot of luck in this game. From what cards you get, from how you roll your dice, definitely lots of luck. But there's lots of strategy. I really like it because you could be going for one way to get stars on the board for half the game, and then you could be going for another way the other half and still do well. And so that's what I like about it. There's you can try the card strategy to get stars on the board, and then you can try the resource strategy to get stars on the board. And both are very valid, and both at different times in the game too. So I think there's a lot of strategy in which ones you're going to do. Are you going to stick with one the entire time? But there's also a lot of luck, and I didn't get any good luck in my die rolling the other night. He did, and it was annoying and very, very annoying. It was not statistical.
Statistically likely?
Whatever. Yeah, not that.
Let's talk fun versus boring. I think this game is uber fun. We unpacked it. We're like, hey, we got this theme list.
Wood Piece.
Wood Piece is Euro over here, and we're really thematic players. We started playing this, and we fell in love. We introduced it to a friend of ours who is very much an Ameritrash player, never played a Euro in his life that I know of. He loves Euros now. He's a Euro gamer because of Euphoria, and that's incredible. So this is super fun. It plays really quickly on your turns. And one of the things that's different in this game, like I mentioned earlier, is that these places aren't locked. If someone wants to go to your spot, they just bump you out, and you get to get your piece back. And that's a different kind of tension than most other worker placements. I think it's very fun.
The place isn't gone forever. I think this game is super fun. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy trying to figure out a way to win. Am I going to do the same thing I always do? Am I going to try something different? The faction I get, it's a lot of fun because am I going to work with someone or against them? It's a super fun game for having all these wooden pieces. It's really fun, and I actually do like the theme. I think it's hilarious that we want to keep our workers happy and dumb. Maybe that's what would happen in a dystopia in the future. I don't know, but if we were trying to control people. Ooh.
On the BoardGameGeek.com rating scale, I give this a 10 out of 10. Always willing to play. Suggest it all the time. I don't turn it down.
I give this a 9 out of 10. Always willing to play if someone suggests it, and I'll suggest it fairly often. This is Euphoria. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.